What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Country Bunkers Trains. I hope you're having a great 4th of July week and all is well. Man, it's been a minute once again, hasn't it? I gotta admit, with spring and now summer here, activities here in the train room have slowed down quite a bit. We've been busy doing other stuff. Now, of course, that's not to say, as you might be able to tell, some stuff has been getting done in here. But to be honest, I haven't felt like a lot of it is really video worthy. I've been doing some community posts here and there, but I figured today we'd step back, do one big summer update, and see what's going on here in the O-Gauge train room. Let's start out with some projects that I've been working on. I did take a month or two off from working on the layout to work on a couple things that I've been meaning to do. You guys know me, I'm a huge Penn Central nerd, so naturally I had to make myself some custom Penn Central rolling stock. Check these out. I think they came out quite well. Let's begin with what I consider the star of the show, our new Penn Central work caboose. I started out with an old MTH Premier Great Northern work caboose or crane tender, whatever you want to call it. And quick side note, if you're looking to do your own custom work caboose in your own road name, what have you, keep an eye out on these old Great Northern models. For whatever reason, these seem to be the least desirable and command the least amount of money compared to all the other road names that are out there. I found this one on eBay for like $15. You couldn't beat it. And I even saw some other Great Northern models on eBay at the time going for much less than the other road names. Something to keep in mind. But yeah, I got the car all disassembled, stripped down, cleaned up, and ready to shoot in our beautiful new Penn Central green. Is there any other prettier color, man? I'm telling you. Along with the green paint, we also applied our new water slide decals. And I also took some Testors wood-colored paint and painted on the wood decks of both the cars as well as the planks on top of the caboose. One thing I wish I would have done when doing this car is applied a black wash to these wood-painted areas, give the wood a little bit more grain and weathered look. But oh well, it is what it is. I'm still quite happy with how it turned out all the same. After all the painting was done, it was time to start reassembling the car and adding our details. Two of my absolute favorites on this car are our lighted Model Power O-scale figures. You can see we have a guy up here with a flashlight and another gentleman back here with a lantern. Of course, the camera doesn't want to pick up the LED. There it is. It looks much better in person, I promise. But yeah, I really like these. These are real cool. I just hardwired these into the pickup roller wiring going up into the caboose. Surprisingly, these Model Power figures will accept both AC as well as DC power. And I was pretty shocked by that. And they do seem to be working quite well. It's been, I don't know, month and a half, 2 months I've been running this car. I haven't burned out the bulbs and they're running straight off of track power. I also picked up a couple packs of miscellaneous Woodland Scenics freight sets and got them installed here inside the car, at least the ones that looked the most proper or fitting for this car. It might not be 100% prototypical, but who really gives a crap? I think it looks good. Did get some chains added, and you can see we got another figure. Also added some safety chains here on the walkways to add some safety for the guys on here, man. You know, they're going down the tracks. You don't want them falling off. Next up was by far our easiest project. This is our Lionel 60-foot Penn Central Auto Parts box car. Now, this car was already painted up as a Penn Central car, so we didn't have to do any of that. But I did still have quite a bit pieces of freight out of those kits that I picked up for the caboose and wanted to get those installed into a car. And I decided that this was going to be the car. I picked this car for one simple and I guess rather silly reason, but the reason I decided to put them in this car is for the simple fact this car is so large and where all the signage is placed that when we have the doors open so you can view the load going down the rails, we're not blocking any of our beautiful signage. There's nothing getting hidden behind here. On the smaller cars, you're going to be hiding those beautiful worms or the Penn Central logo, stuff like that. So it was easy to choose this car to add the freight into. Now all I had to do with this one is remove the body off of the frame. As you can see, I did paint a wood deck inside this car as well. Honestly, I don't know or think that this is proper. I don't know if these had wood decking. It doesn't model any wood planking in here. It might have just been a metal floor. But you got to admit, the wood deck in here adds a lot better look, more contrast to the car. It just looks a lot better looking in there and seeing that versus just seeing plain black. I did add a black wash to this wood deck in here, which spiced it up quite a bit, made it look a little bit better. Not that you can see it, but hey, I know it's there. And then, of course, once that had dried, glued all of our freight here in place. Now, again, obviously, this is an auto parts car, so this isn't, prototypical or correct. But again, who cares? We're having fun. We're spicing things up, and I think this looks a hell of a lot better than just a plain car with the door shut going down the track. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts. Last up for projects are these two cars that I did together at the same time. You can see we got ourselves a Berwick and a beautiful hopper. Now, I kicked myself in the rear. I missed out on the Metka custom run Penn Central Berwicks, so I said screw it and decided to build myself one. And I'm happy that I did because I think it came out really, really good. Not quite as nice as the Metka one, but good enough for me. And then while we were at it, we had to have a good-looking, proper Penn Central hopper to go in this consist, so why not? Might as well do it. Some of you guys probably recognize or remember these cars. The Berwick is my old Southern Berwick that I had weathered up for my weathered train, and the hopper was my old Lionel Milwaukee Road weathered and graffitied hopper straight from Lionel. The Berwick was one of my very first attempts at weathering, and while I did like it a lot and enjoyed it, it didn't quite live up to the same standards that my later weathering did and other cars in the weathered train. So I decided it deserved a new lease on life here in these beautiful Penn Central colors, and I think we owed it to that. Give it a new life, if you will. And kind of the same thing with the Milwaukee Road hopper. As I say, this was weathered and graffitied by Lionel, but honestly, the weathering and graffiti is quite silly compared to the much better looking stuff that's done on our weathered train here in the train room. So it deserved a new lease on life, and it looks much, much better here in the Penn Central colors, in my opinion. Now, same thing with these cars. These got disassembled, stripped, and prepped ready for paint. For stripping these, I'm using isopropyl alcohol and an old toothbrush. Give them a couple hour-long bath and scrub them every 20-30 minutes or so. And all the old paint, as well as all my old weathering, came right off of them. Once they were stripped and cleaned and prepped, as you can see, they got a new coat in the Penn Central green and even some white applied to the Berwick. I did not apply the gray or silver coat on the top of the car, the roof of the car. I had a really hard time trying to mask it up, and I didn't want to mess the whole car up trying to apply it, so I just let it be. But once all the paint was applied, then we got our water slide decals applied to the car. Did run into a little bit of issue on these cars. I think I got an older set of decals, but I was able to make it work. I finally got them to stick, and here they be. Let's carry on with new product and new arrivals here to the train room. I've actually picked up quite a bit of new rolling stock for the train room over the last couple of months. But to be honest, I'm being a bit lazy. A lot of it's already out on the layout, and I don't feel like moving stuff around. And people don't seem to really care much for rolling stock anyway. But I will share with you these two new beauties right here, kind of carry on the Penn Central theme. But yeah, both of these just arrived at the train room within the last couple of weeks. First up here, this is the new Lionel 40-foot round top boxcar. This was offered in last year's Volume 2 catalog, and it just showed up several weeks back. This is a really cool car, although I do admit it is a bit pricey. I'm surprised myself that I bought it. But again, it is really cool. I don't know how well the camera will show off the rounded top on this thing. It really gives this car a unique look compared to other box cars. I like it a lot. And then I picked this beauty up since we're doing all this Penn Central stuff, carrying on. This was actually last year's offering, I think it was, from Atlas. This is the Atlas Premier Penn Central depressed flat car with transformer. A really, really cool and really, really large car. We had to grab it, right? I mean, you see all the Penn Central stuff going on in here. So we had to have it, and I'm glad I grabbed it. I got it for a somewhat decent price, a little bit closer to MSRP, being that it was on eBay. And there wasn't a lot of them out there to find anyway, and especially in Penn Central. So it is what it is. I'm happy to have it. What do you guys think? That's a pretty cool car, isn't it? The beauty of this car, even though it is so big, it's handling my old 54 curves up top here beautifully. It has no issues, problems, or qualms. I'm really digging that. Let's move on to the good stuff. Now we're talking. Check out that yellow-nosed beauty right there. You guys might remember a few months back. Honestly, I myself don't remember. I don't think we've seen it in a video yet. I know we did a short and a community post, but I don't remember if we did a video. But either way, we'll go over it again, even if we did. Several months back, I picked up this beautiful MTH Premier Norfolk Southern First Responders SD60 from my buddy Tom. Real pretty engine, and glad to have it. And I've been wanting to add some more Norfolk Southern engines to go along with it. A little while back, I want to say a month or so ago, I put a want ad out on one of the Facebook MTH groups looking for a yellow or red-nosed Norfolk Southern engine to go with it. Real nice gentleman by the name of Richie reached out, and he offered me this beauty that we see right here. A big thank you goes out to Richie. He sold me this at a really nice price. Super happy to have it, and this was one of the ones I really wanted to have to run with the SD60. I think these two make one hell of a set. Now, we are missing one thing. I do need to add some boring black normal Norfolk Southern in here. I did go ahead and pre-order the new Atlas Norfolk Southern ET44, the new model that's coming out. That way we'll have some regular boring black NS in between these two beauties. I think that'll make for one hell of a set of engines. Now, of course, I had to save the best for last here. This is the Mac Daddy of new arrivals here recently in the train room. Check this thing out. This is the new Lionel Legacy Y6B. There is a little bit of a story to this thing, but that's a story for another day. I ended up going with cab number 2197, as you can see. And I really have to give a huge shout out both to Dave as well as the Lionel store located up in Concord Mills, North Carolina, there at the mall. I was up there a little while back, which we'll talk about here in a few, and I was there talking to Dave. Really nice guy. Real fun to sit there and chat with, and real knowledgeable. We were just hanging out, shooting the shit, and having some fun, and I brought up the Y6B. Well, Dave offered this to me at a price I simply could not refuse. Obviously, I had to bring it home with me, and I'm real happy and ecstatic that I did. If you guys are ever in the Charlotte or Concord Mills, North Carolina area, you definitely got to make sure to swing by the mall and check the store out. Some really cool stuff. Of course, it's all Lionel. It's the official Lionel store. But yeah, even still, just really cool to see. We don't have anything like that down here in Florida, or in nowadays, many cases, any other parts of the country. It's really cool to see. We'll have to do a video on this engine sometime soon here in the future. I really just need to get off my butt and start doing more videos, man. I'm slacking. But yeah, it really is one hell of a sight seeing this engine along with the Vision Line Class A roaming around the layout together, especially with our mountain in the background. Yeah, one hell of a sight. We'll just have to get a video out here soon. Now, as I mentioned a couple weeks back, we did take a trip and ventured up to North Carolina. We actually met up with some family members and had a little vacation for the week, and one of the stops was at the Lionel warehouse for the warehouse tour. This was really fun and really cool to see. I had been decades ago to one of the tours that they used to do at the Michigan location so many years ago, so it was kind of neat to now see the new and current location here in North Carolina. Like I say, just an absolute blast. No, there isn't really much to see in the way of, train manufacturing or anything like that, but the warehouse is super impressive to see. I was absolutely blown away with how huge the warehouse is. I mean, it's incredible. The amount of product that goes through there, holy crap. Now, along with all of that, we did get to see some of the familiar sites that we see here on YouTube and some of their social media pages. places like where Dave works on the engines, or tests them out, I should say, in engineering, so on and so forth. I will say they had a ton of really cool stuff to see, but one thing that's really missing, or lacking in my opinion, if you will, they really do need a layout here, an impressive layout, like they used to have at the Michigan location years and years ago. I know they got one at the store, but it's not near as impressive, and I think it would do them a little bit more justice to have a big layout like they used to have at the Michigan location so many years ago. I think that layout was torn down and moved somewhere. Wasn't it moved out to North Carolina or something like that? I don't remember if it's in private hands or not, but regardless, I do think a massive Lionel layout at the warehouse would do them some justice. But regardless, we had an absolute blast. It was a fun time, and we got to see a lot of stuff that you don't normally get to see. We made sure to cram a whole ton of stuff into this trip with a bunch of stops and places to see. Some of my favorites, we made sure to pay our buddy TJ and his dad a visit. I feel real bad. I didn't get much pics, video, or footage of his dad's layout, but hey, that's all the more reason to return and get some in the future. A really nice setup, all kinds of nice equipment and engines to see, and honestly, I really like where he's got his layout set up, especially with carpeting. I'm pretty jealous of his carpeting. Along with that, we did pay a visit to the aquarium at the mall. That was a cool sight to see. But one of my absolute favorites is the North Carolina Transportation Museum. We've seen this before here on the channel, but I can't say enough about it. There's just so much cool stuff to see. If you're ever in the area, you really got to make sure to stop in there. Not only can you look at stuff, but you can go on a quick train ride. Now, you guys know I enjoy my whiskey and or bourbon, so one of my other favorite stops was at Southern Grace Distilleries. This is a distillery located in the hills of North Carolina, and it's actually located in an old, retired, and or abandoned prison. Lots and lots of cool history. Obviously, you get to see how they make and or store their bourbon, but along with that, you get a lot of history on the prison side of things. Just a cool stop. Like I say, if you're ever in the area, make sure to pay them a visit. It's not super huge. They are planning on expanding. But again, really cool to see. Now, obviously, I had to bring home some goodies from this place. Of course, we've got some adult beverages from there located in our kitchen. But check this out. Not only that, I also picked up a genuine, authentic bourbon barrel. How cool is that? Right here for the train room. Eventually, this will become either a train room bar or maybe even another shelf. I don't know yet. It's going to be a future project. But I've been wanting to get one of these for quite a while. And yeah, I got to bring one home. I think that's pretty damn cool. It looks great here in the train room. I have made some progress here on the new layout, as you can see. We've got our new little town or city going up with a couple of new buildings, roads placed, and a few other smaller items here and there. But I figure we'll save this for a future upcoming layout update video. I still have a bit of work to do over here, and this video has gone on long enough. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video, or at least got a kick out of seeing some of the new stuff and things that we've been working on. But anyways, guys, as always, until next time, my name is Zach, and this is Country Bunkers Trains. Y'all take care. I'll see you the next go-around.